Hi everybody, and welcome to Taking Your Classroom to the Next Level. I'm Ryan Reed, Instructional Technologist. As we all know, I've been using App Dice since April to create different types of app smashes where you can take several different apps and put them all together to make an incredible lesson or project. Well, I'm going another level today and introducing flat app dice that are along the SAMR model so we can make yummy app s'mores. What's an app s'more? Well, I'm here to tell you today. Filmed on November 24th, 2014, happening right now. Let's make some app s'mores. The App Smores idea actually came to me about a couple months ago, where I decided I was going to actually combine specific apps along the SAMR model. Those wondering what SAMR stands for, it stands for substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. Or redefine, depending on how you take it for the term. It's very simple. The easiest way to explain it, of course, would be Google Docs. Google Docs is a program. It works just like Word, Microsoft Word, or another type of program. However, when you get into the augmentation, you know that you can actually cloud save it, so that way it backs up constantly. The modification can be that actually several different students can work on the same Google Doc at once, and for the redefinition, you can actually share it on a web-based or social network so everybody can see it, come into it, make their own modifications and comment. That's the full use of SAMR. It's a basic, simple app s'more, but you're only using one type of app, in this case, Google Docs. And you can do the same with Google Slides, Forms, Presentation, and of course Google Draw and other related Google apps for education. It works the same way too with both iPads and Chromebooks where you use all that. The trick is to keep it up so it works with the SAMR program to make an app s'more. The difference here is why there is an app smash that is created, it still goes along those different ones, as well as Bloom's new defined taxonomy, which is very large in mobile classrooms. I'm here today to tell you exactly how you can make an app s'more in flat app dice. And first shout out here, this would not have been possible with the likes of Tony Vincent, Joy Kurtz, or Tara Lindley. To them, I would not make this possible, so I'm making sure that they know that flat app dice and the app s'mores are possible thanks to them. And I'm giving a huge shout out to Krista Colson, one of my co-teachers who gave me the idea for the SAMR model. So everybody, let's get going and make some app s'mores. So this is my App Smores folder, which is set up like a regular folder. Students can flip in, and when they do this, they will see how I set up the SAMR model through the s'mores. As you can see, the graham cracker, chocolate, and the marshmallow standing for the main letters of substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. This gives the students a nice little model to look at to make sure they are working correctly with the apps, to make sure they are following the SAMR model, but also gives the teacher a little reminder so that way they don't have any problems themselves. I've also added a SAMR Smash model, which can be found over on my Pinterest board. This was done by another fellow Toad teacher to show how the Bloom's taxonomy works with the SAMR Mash. It works really well to make sure they're matching them up if they have any questions. From there, I have the Pedagogy Wheel by Alan Carrington, who made a fantastic example of what apps work with the pedagogy, especially with the SAMR model and Bloom's taxonomy. I highly recommend checking out Alan's work as well as his other wheel designs. But if it wasn't for him, this also would not be possible for the apps to match up with the SAMR model. On the next page is finally the flat app dice, which are a QR code which can be scanned. This is where I owe a lot to Tony Vincent and Tara Lindley for giving me the abilities to learn how to take a chance at HTML as well as coding. When students scan these QR codes, they are then taken randomly to an app that matches with the SAMR model as shown on the right-hand side. This way the students get a chance to randomly select an app like Dice and go to that app and use it for their lesson to create their s'more. Also on every single sheet I've also included a go-to list, which of course leads back to the Pedagogy Wheel by Alan Carrington on what apps they can use. So if students get a little stuck on what apps they want to use or select from the scanning, they can go back and use apps from that model to help them with their lessons. And the same goes for teachers when they want to recreate their flat app dice or other students.
Each of the pages is then flipped over in the folder to make up the 4 parts of an app s'more, such as the chocolate, the marshmallow, and the next graham cracker. Here's an example for an iBook creation you want to do using sketch note-taking. Students create their sketch notes in Notability. Once they do that, they of course can save it to their camera roll. Once they are done with that, they will create a Tellagmi where they explain each of the pages and sketch notes about the steps for the pages. Once those are completed, they will import both the sketch notes and the Tellagmi into PicPlayPost, where they can make a great page collage of the pictures and the gami explaining which each one of the pages is for. Once that is finalized, the last part of it for redefinition is to take those PicPlayPost collages and put them in Book Creator and make your final iBook creation and share it either on the iBook store or to save as a PDF to where students can watch it and view and enjoy.
If you're looking for more ways where you can create flat app dice or along the App Smores, please check out my website at Taking Your Classroom Next Level or my Twitter feed at Ryan7Reed, and be sure you check out Learning in Hand by Tony Vincent for more ideas for Take a Chance on HTML, as well as heading over to the Twitter feeds to check out more. And also go to Comfy 2.0 by Craig Bandura to check out more ways you can create amazing app smashes and do it for this edition of Taking Your Classroom to the Next Level. I hope everybody has a fantastic holiday season. I'll see everybody in 2015, and I am making the announcement now. My website is actually going to be changing from Taking Your Classroom Next Level to Dice Up the Classroom. It will be coming up around late January, early February, depending on things, and I will let everybody know once it happens. And I'll see everybody later.